Hello, hello, Sanwanani. Welcome to this year's career guidance. I hope you guys are really excited. I am Thandeka Jwaga. I come from the WISA, Water Institute of South Africa, Young Water Professionals chapter that is in KZN. And these presentations are proudly brought to you by Umgeni Water Young Water Professionals and our major sponsor, BORDA. Right? So sit tight, and I'm hoping you guys will really pay attention because this is going to change your life. And I'm sure you are all wondering what we have in store for you. There's a lot that you have to look forward to. We have young water professionals who will be sharing their journey, taking you through their life stories, telling you who they are, how they got here. So really sit tight and really listen. So just about me, I'm Thandeka. I come from Umgeni Water. I'm a senior wastewater technician, and I know there's somebody covering that sector. So just brace yourself. I've really tried to work myself through wherever, from my career where I started, and I'm sure you can see it right now that I went from my diploma, which was in a University of Technology, and I'm now here standing before you studying for my MBA. So I really hope you will enjoy what we have today for you in store. And remember, there is no limits to what you can do. So brace yourself, sit tight, hold tight, grab your glass of water, and prepare for your presentations that are here to come. Thank you.
Welcome guys, my name is Sibusiso and welcome to your session of Young Professionals Career Guidance. Today we're going to be speaking about the career opportunities within the water sector, more especially on the corporate services department. Welcome, and my name is Sibusiso Nzaloba, Specialist Systems Administrator, and I am with Umgeni Water. Welcome and thank you. First question is, why corporate services? Corporate services is a support structure for the organization. Corporate services got various and different departments in which you can actually choose a career path within. We've got departments like your Human Resources Department, Property Services, we've got your Legal, your Information Technology, and your Public Relations Department. Under various departments, there are some requirements which you need to actually adhere to and meet in order for you to be within those departments. We speak of people who are friendly because when you're working within this department, you need to be able to work with people because you are working for the people and you're actually providing support to the organization as a whole. So within the corporate services department, we also speak of, you can become your secretary, you can become your IT technician, you can become a records administrator, you can actually employ people or even become part of the administration department within your human resources department. So that is where you also need to choose which career path you choose or actually would like to become within. While you're actually at school, you need to start choosing and picking a path for your life and say, okay, where do I want to be? And then hence, even when you're actually picking your subjects, these are the following criteria and requirements which you need to meet when you get to your higher institution level. If you speak of your human resources management, you require 30 points of entry. More especially, the minimum requirement would be English, and you can actually attain in various institutions within South Africa. And speaking of public relations management speaks of your marketing department, and you require actually a minimum of 25 points and a minimum of English, and also you can actually attend various institutions which do support this course, and you can actually start a career within that sector, more especially within the corporate services department. We do have that field of choice. If you can look at the slides just here, can you guess which positions are these? Within your corporate services department, you find various departments, hence we've also mentioned earlier on. You find your legal department, which ensures compliance within the department and the organization as a whole. You find your administrative department, And there's also what you call your records and archives department, which is your library information, where it actually stores the company information and it's in compliance with the Records and Archives Act. You also find your property services department, which ensures that all the properties and the facilities of the organization are actually taken care of. And you also find the technical support team within your IT department, which ensures your technical within the organizations are well taken care of. Thank you very much.
Good day, everyone. Sanibonani bafundi. Igama lami nguLondiwe Satimburwa, and ngilana ngizokhuluma mayelana ne-science. I work for umkhandlu waseThekwini emnyangweni wamanzi nokuthuthwa kwendle. Today, I am here to share with you guys my knowledge on the science sector and its positioning in the water sector as a whole. What is science? Iyini science vele? Science is a study of the world that we live in. So what scientists do is they look at the environment, the world, how it behaves in its natural form, and and the conditions under which it responds as well. And scientists do this through observing these. They observe and they try to understand why the nature is responding in a certain way. And they measure and they experiment, and then what they do is they communicate these findings, making certain conclusions. And all these conclusions lead up to contribute to a body of knowledge, of which is what egcina isifundiswa ngemvelo. So in simple terms, also science bafunda nje imvelo ukuthi isebenza kanjani, mase babelane ngalolo lwazi. So iscience ke is grouped in various sectors, in different branches. We've got earth science, ekhulumisa ngomhlaba, ekhuluma ngomhlaba nange-astrology. We've got social sciences, efundisa nge-psychology, abantu, sifunda ngabantu, umcabango wabo, and interaction, ukuthi how we interact with each other emhlabeni esiphila kuwo. As well as life sciences, into ephilayo nje, anything ephilayo iyafunda, it's life sciences. And as well as physical sciences, which is your chemistry and your physics, right? Now, where does science fit into the water sector? Now, the water sector is a very broad field. Ziningi izinto ezenziwayo ka-water. We have water as water treatment. Amanzi, sidinga amanzi clean, sowaphuza njengabantu. So, ka-water umsebenzi wethu nawo lowo ukuthi amanzi afike kubantu clean. And that its own is umsebenzi lowo. And then we have wastewater treatment. When it's wastewater, ngikhuluma ngani? I'm talking about amanzi angcolile. From ama-toilet, from sink, amanzi nje asebenzile. That is wastewater. And that water nayo iyadinga ukuthi icleanwe, isetshenzwe, mese ichithelwa emfuleni ngendlela engeke izithikameze imvelo. Right, and then we also have water testing. Water testing isebenza lab. Umuntu osenze lab lo uyawa analyze amanzi, awaxilonga ukuthi ayisimo esinjani, afanelekile yini ukuthi aphuzwe or not. So it's water testing. And also you've got abantu abavikela imvelo nje as a whole, which is environmental management. We look at environmental management, how our river systems are maintained and their health. Siyazi sonke ukuthi imvelo idinga ukunakekelwa. And we've got water resources management. Water resource management is abantu lana who take who look at availability yamanzi, ukuthi mangakanani amanzi akhona emhlabeni nje basiphila to supply us, so we can be able ukuthi sibe ne drinking water, even nezilwane ehlala emanzini zikwazi nayo kuba nawo amanzi. Then we've got research and development. There are people who are always learning and finding new information about that's research and development, right? So these are all the areas that I've covered. These are the different type of work in the water sector. Now, what do you study? Uze ungene kule sector le ebroad kangaka, right? Into esifundayo la ziningi izinto ongayifunda, but iscience nje yona basic. So most of the sciences will qualify you to enter into this water space. Right, you can study all biology, microbiology, you've got chemistries, your various chemistries, or hydrology, environmental sciences, biochemistry, chemical technology. So there's quite a wide variety of sciences that you can study ezokwenza ukuthi ugcine ukwazile ukuthi ungene kulo mkhakha lo wamanzi. Right. Ama-professions ahlukile-ke futhi nakhona ezokwazi ukuthi ukwazi ukuzosebenza. So ama-professions ngikhuluma ngemisebenzi ehlukahlukene. Yini imisebenzi ongagcina uwenzile khona kule sector le yamanzi? Right, ungasebenza elab uyacwaninga uxilonge ama-samples, utheste, usebenze ngemishini, usebenze elab lokho. Right, you can be usebenze eplantini, treatment process, ukuthi uya operator, khona imishini emkhulu la khona siklina amanzi to izinga that is required. Or ungasebenza nga-compliance and regulation. Khona imithetho-ke that abantu as i-sector esebenza under yona. So khona imithetho ekhona ukuthi amanzi esiwakhiqizayo fanele abe i-standard esithile. Namanzi esiwachithela emfuleni angcolile nawo futhi khona imithetho ehambisana nawo that it needs to be a certain level. So sibuka i-compliance lapho ukuthi si-comply kanjani-ke nalezo mgomo ebekiwe. So you can work in compliance and regulation as well. And then environmental management, ukunakekelwa kwemvelo. And then water resources planning. Again, simanage kanjani amanzi akhona emhlabeni and how do we share lawo manzi lawo to everyone and all organisms awadingayo. In closing, mengivala nje ngithi mina we need to keep an open mind ukuze njalo uhlale open to more information, new ideas, ama-suggestions, maningi ama-suggestions as well. And for you ukuthi ukhule ube ukwazi ukuthi wenze a big contribution to your country that ohlala kuyo. So you always need to keep an open mind as you are approaching your studies. So in doing your studies, you can do them at any institution. You need to do your research. Maningi ama institutions that offer sciences in their various forms. So you just need to do your research and apply accordingly. Thank you.
Good day. My name is Ntokozo Zwane. I'm a finance lead in the Young Waters Professional, KZN. So I'm going to take you through the opportunities in the water sector, mainly engineering. What is engineering? It is the use of scientific principle to design and build machines, structures, and other items such as computer systems, mechanical pumps, dams, as well as water treatment works. Branches under the engineering sectors, mainly in the water sector, we have chemical engineering, civil engineering, electrical engineering, and mechanical engineering. Chemical engineering is mainly focused on the process, taking raw material into a useful material, such as like water, whereby you extract water in a river and you treat it for suitable for human consumption. Civil engineering mainly focus in the water reticulation and pipelines. Let's go to another engineering. Electrical engineering, make sure that all the equipments are functional in terms of power. Go to mechanical engineering, that's the ones who assemble the components for us to get the water we drink. The entry requirements for engineering, we have a University of Technology, and TVET colleges. Those are the institutions. For those who want to pursue engineering in university, you need a minimum of 33 points in most of the universities in South Africa, with a minimum of level 6, both mathematics and physical science. University of Technology, minimum of 28 points with your matric, minimum of level 4, both mathematics, physical science, and English. And we also have engineering courses in TVET colleges where you just require a grade 12 with maths and science. Professions in the water sector under engineering, from the university, you get registered as a professional engineer. And the University of Technology as a professional technologist, technician, and in TVET colleges as electricians. You can see the engineer there. There's a technician in the lab and the electrician with his electrical panel. We can move forward. Water is a precious resource. It is a need. Without water, there is no life. So as my other colleagues have explained the other programs in the water sector, engineering is part of them. You can make a living. So I encourage you to go for engineering. Thank you.
Only accountants can save the world through peace, goodwill, and reconciliations. Greetings, fellow pupils and future leaders. Please join me as I embark on a journey on how to become an accountant. Who am I? My name is Rivas Yambu. I am a chartered accountant by profession. I hold the position as financial planner at Umgeni Water, and I am also the treasurer of the Umgeni Water Young Professional Committee. A bit about myself, my qualifications and my achievements. I attained the BCom accounting degree at UKZN. I furthered my studies by getting the postgraduate diploma in applied accounting sciences, which today is known as a certificate in theory of accounting. I went on to serve my articles at the Auditor General of South Africa. Whilst doing so, I also attempted my board exams and I was successful, and only then was I eligible to become a chartered accountant. Subsequent to being a chartered accountant, I was appointed as Assistant Audit Manager at Auditor General. I specialize in audits, tax and financial reporting, as well as financial planning. And I am currently a candidate in the FP&A professional. Enough about me, and now I'm going to take you through on what it is to have a career in accounting and what do you need. So my slides are going to have the following information, which is going to give you the characteristics of an accountant, the entry requirements, the accounting accredited institutions, the professional bodies and relevant designations from the accounting career, and what do accountants do, and the possible careers you could get into. So you have big dreams to make it big one day, then accounting is for you. Accountants have the following characteristics. They must have a positive attitude. They must be good with numbers. They must be a diligent worker. And they must have the ability to take charge and be a leader. The entry requirements to join the accounting profession is you must have a national senior certificate with a bachelor's degree admission with mathematics level 5 and English at a level 5. Accounting is not compulsory, but it is an added advantage. I'd like to emphasize that you still require good symbols in all your other subjects in order to meet the minimum criteria in entering into these institutions. For a bachelor's degree, you must register with the universities, and a national diploma admission allows you to study through the University of Technology. Some of the listed accredited institutions by the South African Institute of Chartered Accountants, as you can see, I've mentioned in my slides, I've highlighted in green those that you might know: University of KwaZulu-Natal, University of South Africa, University of Western Cape, University of Cape Town, and University of Johannesburg. However, you can do your research more in detail to see which university is accredited with accounting qualification and when you are registering in this field. Some of the professional bodies and relevant designations once you choose the accounting as your career. I'll start off with South African Institute of Chartered Accountants, where you can be a chartered accountant or you could be an associate general accountant. If you want to specialize in management accounting, you can register with the Chartered Institute of Management Accountants. There's also Institute of Internal Auditors, where you can register as a certified internal auditor. And then we also have your SAIPA, professional accountant, your ACCA, which is another certified chartered accountant, as well as CFA, which is a chartered financial analyst. What do accountants do? I've highlighted some that I'll go through with you. Auditing, where an expression is made on the financial statements. So basically, this is whether what is disclosed in the financial statements, is it true or not. And then there's taxation, where you can give advice to clients. Accounting officers from entities, they are preparers of financial statements. Basically, they manage the financial function at some of the big companies. Then you get into forensic auditing, where you investigate on fraud. You can also get into the banking sector. If you aspire to be an entrepreneur, you can open your own practice. And if you want to become a lecturer, you can even become a lecturer in accounting. Some of the possible careers you can get into, you can become a chief financial officer, a financial manager, senior financial controller, a cost accountant, a financial planner, and so forth. It's endless. There's lots of opportunities out there in accounting. I just wanted to close with some fun facts on, did you know that 31% of directors of JSE, Johannesburg Stock Exchange, are chartered accountants. 79% of CFOs of the JSE listed companies are chartered accountants. And CAs are most associated with delivering results, strong ethics, and requires no further training. And one of the most important or most attractive things to me was an entry-level CA is amongst the top paid earners of other professions. In closing, I'd like to say thank you for allowing me to present to give you guidance on accounting, and I hope we do cross paths in the near future where I would gladly like to assist you further. Thank you.
Hi guys, I hope you guys are enjoying this informative video session so far. My name is Mendi Shozi, and I'll be speaking to you guys mostly about what you can expect when you go into academia, and more specifically in the water and sanitation sector. So I'm in academia, but not in the traditional sense, and I'll explain to you my journey in the following slide. But if you'd like to be in the water and sanitation sector, there are various positions you can be in, and this can be in university, at TVET, college, or anywhere. You can be a lecturer, a student, which is very strange to say that it's a career, but students do get paid via bursaries, and it can become a salary in a way because you are doing high-tech research. And you can be a research assistant, you can be a consultant. Some lecturers, since they are experts in their field, they do consult on the side as well, but you have to declare that at work. Or you can be a technician. So just to specify for my journey, because academia can be very, very broad. So just to specify for how I got into this sector, I applied through CAO when I was in matric, and I chose all these science things like bio and chemistry. And it was only in first year I realized, okay, I do not like biology. And then I stuck with chemistry. And that's when I got my undergrad degree in pure and applied chemistry. And during my studying, I grew a fondness for the environment. And that's when I then went into environmental science. And I did my honors there. And my research there focused on looking at the health in terms of water quality and stuff of the Umgeni River estuary. So there's actually quite a lot of research things you can do in water and sanitation. You don't have to limit yourself to rivers and oceans and water treatment works, but this is just the path that I took. Then after honors, I realized, okay, I can't go work right now. I feel like I need more experience. And so I did my master's, and my master's looked at the spatial and temporal characteristics of the Msunduzi River in terms of water quality and sediment quality. So for me, since my passion is in the water and environment field, that's what I focused on. But in my schooling, I met up with a lot of people in the field that have done many types of different things in water and sanitation. And then when it came to doing work, because I did my honors and master's in environmental science, I thought that naturally I must go do an environmental type of work. So my internship was as an environmental assessment practitioner. And I did that for 18 months at the CSIR in Stellenbosch, and it was nice, but I realized, no, I need to go back to my passion, which is water. So after that, I got a permanent job at the CSIR in Durban as a project administrator in the water sustainability group. And there we used to do audits in water and wastewater treatment plants, used to do reports for them, used to test their quality and just make sure everything's running smoothly and go do field work and office work. So I prefer office work because I really don't like being in the field. So there are very different avenues that you could follow. So as you can see, since I am talking about academia, I didn't quite stick to the traditional academic role. And then coming to my current role, I am now a research assistant at UKZN with the Water, Sanitation, Hygiene, Research and Development Center. And that's where we're doing a lot of water, sanitation, and hygiene projects in terms of testing toilet prototypes and innovative sanitation solutions. And that's where now I am, and that's where I'm thriving, and that's what I'd like to pursue my PhD in coming future. So I'm hoping that you guys have learned something, and obviously if you have questions, you can look through the informative brochures that we'll give to you and posters. And yes, I'm hoping that I will be seeing some of you in the field, because we need you guys, we really do. Good luck, thank you.
Hello, my name is Busiso Kuboni, and I will be taking you through opportunities in the water sector, now in terms of funding and bursaries that you can get. What is a bursary? Basically, a bursary is a student financial assistance that often companies and organizations grant to students who are doing very well or determined students. What they usually pay for is tuition fees, accommodation, your daily meals, and prescribed books and stationery. But then other companies also do offer paid vocational work experience. What is that? Basically, if schools are closed, and then they would call you to come work, and then they pay you for that. How nice. They also offer placement as graduate trainee. Basically, if you are done now with your course or you've obtained your qualification, and then they call you and then give you placement as a graduate trainee. Bursaries in a company, for example, Umgeni Water. I'm going to use Umgeni Water because they're one of our water sectors or water utilities in KZN. So what they do offer there, they do offer bursaries in engineering, be it you pursuing a career in chemical engineering, civil engineering, mechanical, or instrumentation. They also do offer in scientific services like your analytical chemistry diploma, be it or a degree, and also under biological services. Also, if you are studying towards being a CA, if you're doing your financial accounting, they do offer bursaries under that. However, their bursaries provide assistance for students who already are in their, who have completed their first year of studying. Now you would ask yourself, how then do I pay for my first year? There's something called NSFAS, it's National Student Financial Aid Scheme. That is basically what government offers to deserving students again, but who are from, disadvantaged background. They actually do offer those to students, and then they can pay for your first year. And now, fortunately, it is now a bursary, so you don't have to pay that if you are passing, of course. There's also something called learnerships. Learnerships are basically work-based education and training programs that combines both theoretical and workplace experience. That is mostly offered in your TVET colleges. If with your grade 12 you prefer to go there. They also do take you if you come with your grade 9. I'm certain of that. Now, that is, as I've said, that it's when you are working towards a specific job, like, for instance, artisans, they do go for that, and then process controllers as well. Umgeni Water, yet again, they do offer a lot of learnerships, especially under engineering faculty, that is being mechanical engineering, measurement, control, and instrumentation. They also do offer under electrical engineering. Also, if you want to pursue a career under water and wastewater. Graduates, when they are now getting the job experience from these companies, they're also trying to get professional registration at the end of whatever their term of contract is. So they're trying to get professional registration or affiliation with EXA for engineers, which is Engineering Council of South Africa. There's also SECNASP for us scientific people. It is also advisable that you also attend conferences whilst you are at it. Umgeni Water, yet again, does offer a lot of graduate programs, for example, chemical engineers, scientists under environmental, chemical, and biological. There's also a whole lot of engineering, like your civil, mechanical, and instrumentation. There's also something that is called in-service training. In-service training is basically that extra 1 year if you were studying in a university of technology. For example, if you're doing analytical chemistry, be it at a university of technology or university, because they do now offer it. And then 2 year theory, and then there's that 1 year where you need to go experiential learning at now the companies or organizations. I also come from that, where Umgeni Water gave me a chance after I have done my 2 years at university, and then I went for Umgeni Water where I did my 1 year. And then thereafter, you then obtain your qualification. However, other companies do give you 2 years. So basically that 1 extra year is your bonus year where you're getting more experience. Now, how do you apply? I've talked about NSFAS. For more information for NSFAS, you can just go on www.nsfas.gov.za. Also, Department of Water and Sanitation recently published that most young professionals or young people, they need to come forward and learn anything that has to do with water sector, any careers that my colleagues has touched on. So if you want to get more information, especially particularly on their bursaries, you can go on www.dws.gov.za. There's a whole lot of other useful websites when you want to check your bursaries, and they're here on your screen. In closing, never think the world or anyone owes you anything. You owe yourself your perfect idealized future, so you better start working now. As my colleague earlier on said, that you need to make sure that this is all about you. So work hard, and then you're gonna be happy in future. Thank you.
I hope you really enjoyed that. It was really amazing presentations by all of our colleagues, and I would really like to send out a shout out. Thank you so much for being part of this, and I hope you guys enjoyed it, because I think in terms of what they were doing today, I think it's really amazing, and imparting such knowledge and skills on the youth is what BORDA stands for. And I really thank you, and I appreciate all you guys taking the time to listen to us.